Welcome back to the channel, you guys. This is Jay from Team DMA. So first of all, I want to thank all the likes, the comments, and the subscribers. I'm going to be doing something special for you guys soon. I am waiting for December's giveaway to end because it was very hectic and I didn't want all the items to get lost. So I started on January. So the people left right now are I believe it's DC. After him, it'll be GoldenEye, and then we'll be done, and then we'll be able to start the new giveaway for this year. So let's go under the polls because I haven't done them in quite some days. So this profile won in a remote duel recently. I played against this deck on Yu-Gi-Oh! Edo Pro. In case you didn't notice, I told you guys it was broken. Well, the deck won a YCS event. Same profile. Broken. It was the one that I played was actually stronger than this. It was a tournament, Horus Castira, but it was also playing synchros. It was broken. You guys see me duel against it. Even under skill drain, it was wild, and it had all these cards with these nasty hand traps and these board breakers. Rafael Reg, so congrats to him. We're going to be moving on to a structure deck. So before I look at it, let's just look at the actual profile itself. So I created this new profile, and then we're going to have the profile for one of our members on our Discord group. But I'm waiting to sell one of the decks, so the money that's provided from there can buy another one, and I'm going to give it to her for free. But here is the new profile that I made for 2024, so I can keep up with the current state in the structure deck form. So you have the two Dark Magicians, and then you can see there the United, the Bestial, Apprentice, the Magician Girl, Rod, the Spellbook with the engine, right? The Souls is actually from the structure deck, so they're about $7 to $10 a copy, and the Jester $1 to $2. And then the what's it called? The Illusion of Chaos from the structure 2, they're about $1 to $2 a piece. And I think the regular ones, the cheapest ones, they're about, I think they're about $3 to $5, something like that. But we're using the ones from there, which are the English agents. And then, yeah, Dark Magic Attack, Spellbook Engine with the Feather, Goblin, 2 Preparation. And then again from the structure, we're using the Soul Servant. That's like $1 to $3. Call by Twin Twister, Poly, Secrets, and then the right hand with the Restage, 1 Circle, and then Piercing the Darkness, and then the other one is Magician Salvation. Then we got the Floodgates here, which are there can only be 1, 2 Skill Drain, 2 Crackdown. I was gonna put the Eye of Illusion, but Crackdown's fine because you can keep the monster and they won't be able to attack your life points no more because you take the strongest monster, so that'll end the battle phase and that'll end the turn. You can play the Eye of Illusion if you want for substitutes for those. But this is actually a super hyper cheap Dark Mission deck that is broken. It should be able to compete in your locals. And then you have the Eternal with the Bribe. You can substitute anything else that would stop spell and trap because I want to stop all the broken cards that will blow the field up or like an evenly matched. That's the purpose for it. And the extra deck, in reality, all of the cards are just a few cents or $1. The only one that's expensive would be the Dark Magicians because it's like $8. Everything else is either $1 or like 35 cents. So the whole extra deck is about $12 or less. If you take out the Dark Magicians, I think it's only about $6 or less. So that's it. So the actual total cost of the deck, because I'm pretty smart financially and I buy things when they're cheaper, when they barely come out or on pre-sale, when I see it crash. And not all the pre-sales crash. Some of the pre-sales are higher, but I get lucky on some of them. And I could get like playsets for $1 and stuff like that. So some of these cards are example are like the United Dragon and Princess Illusion. Um, that's it. And some of the ones you can still get for like 25 cents today, like right now. So the deck itself, the whole entire deck is about $38 to $40. And if you include the extra like $12 or probably less than that, the deck sits anywhere from like 50 to 55 depending. So we're gonna go up and see the polls and see who got it right. So uh, we have 29% at 65. So people could be right. If you didn't get anything with it was cheaper, definitely the deck could be worth 65. So they are correct if you go purchase this deck right now. And 55 is around what I paid. In a technical sense, if you were to document the actual spending, it was somewhere around $48 to $50 for me. But documented on paper is somewhere around 55. So the correct answer is 55. So in this video, leave in the comment below if you got the 55 or what prices you got. And moving forward, we're gonna do something like this, and then the people that get things right, we'll add them to a giveaway. Or we can do a shout out to them for being right. We'll figure it out, some sort of a game. Or like if you get it right 3 times, yeah, you'll enter a giveaway for The Price is Right. The Price is Right. And I know no other channels doing that. And then 15%, well, let me see, 15 did the correct one. And then 45, costing 45, that's like the cheapest. I can get that for 45, but this is not correct today. Like, no way. You can't get it for that cheap. There's just no way. I can because I know how to cut corners, and then I buy in bulk. Sometimes I might buy play sets, and they charge me like a few cents, like 50 cents or 60 cents for the whole thing. So in reality, you can sell it $1 per copy. So you end up making $2 for every playset. So in reality, instead of spending money, you make money. But yeah, 45 is definitely not the right one. And even with structure deck cards, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because the only way that could happen is if I pull out like the Dark Magicians and the Magician Souls, then the deck, yeah, will dramatically drop because you take away the $8 that the Magicians, and then the other one another 8, so it drops 16. So automatically, yeah, they would be right. But the 2 cards that are bumping the price on this are definitely the Dark Magicians and the Magician Souls. And then the last one's 35 is the cheapest. A lot of people actually got this one, 45. I suppose if you play the Asian versions of some of the copies, like you would have to remove Super Poly and then the Dark Magicians. I mean, yeah, the Dark Magicians and Souls, then it could drop to this price. But with the cards included, nope, it's wrong. So the correct answer, the technical correct answer is 55 is the correct answer. And if you buy this right now, like if you go and shop, it is 65. But we're going off the price that I paid. So I paid about $50, $48 to $50. So 55 is correct. And 65, I'll still give it to them. I suppose there could still be correct because if they go shop, that's what it's going to be. And here's the profile again. I'm going to put a link on this video later today or tomorrow. If you want to buy the deck, that's what it's going to be posted for. It's going to be anywhere from $45 to $55. And it's going to include all these cards. So in reality, like, what is this deck worth? Like, if you try to go buy it, in reality, like, because the people don't give you discounts and stuff like that, like I do, the deck is probably like $80 to $90 is what the deck is worth. Like, you might think like, oh, that's BS and this and that. A lot of these cards are actually $3 to $4 per copy. It's just that I sell a lot of stuff cheap because I get it cheap. Then also you would have to hunt to find it cheaper, but you can get it lower. But the deck's actual value, like without discounts or nothing, because people charge you a lot of money, right? Sometimes they could charge you up to like $2 to $3 per copy. So you have 40 times, even at $1, that's $40 times 3. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot. You're gonna go over 100. So yeah, the deck is worth, like, it's valued at somewhere $80 to $90. So But yeah, that's gonna be it. We're gonna be going back and let's finish the polls. Might as well finish the polls. This is if anybody wants to challenge me, I'll bet a pack or three. I'm going for Pitbull myself. Rolly Romero and Pitbull Cruz. And then here, the AA Zeus went back down because I got a reprint. And then these ones should be coming in, God willing, next week. And they're going to be available for sale. They are the common from the structure deck. So if anybody needs some, I bought two places, but one of them is already reserved for someone that had ordered it. And the other one's going to be for sale. So I'm going to be nice and give the Soul Servant for like $1. But the other ones, they're going to be about $10 a copy. People sometimes ask me like, why not just get it for where you bought it for, like $8 a piece? Because when I sell it, the companies charge me 11 to 12%. So instead of making money, I'll end up losing. So that's why I have to upsell them for about $2 to $3 just so I can cut even. I'm not even making any profit on it. This is just to help the Dark Machine community. One of these and the Soul Servant won't be included in the deck that I'm going to be making for sale. And then that's it. That's it. That's it. We covered everything. After this video, we're going to go see a duel with this deck in action so that you can see what it can do. So here we are. This is the structure deck for 2024, the new one, because I had to update it to keep up with the format. So basically, it is the structure deck that I showed you on the polls and for the prices. So it's anywhere from 45 to 55. I'm going to be selling it. I want you to see what the deck is able to do. The deck is very, very powerful for the budget. I don't know of anyone in the world that can create a more powerful budget deck than I can. It is very, very powerful. This is a version of the AC-130, but it is, because it's a structure deck, it's just a Dragon Knight. It's a Dragon Knight structure deck. You can add a Dragoon on top of it to make it more broken and add SP Little Knight and all the other stuff, Typhoon and all that stuff, and Azealia and all that good stuff. So you can make the deck like top tier when you're locals, but this is just the start of it. So we're going to take a look at the duel and see what happens here. Preparation, Illusion of Rod, Salvation, Set Eternal, Dumb Dark Magician, Special Souls, the only one we have in the deck. Circle, Activate, double draw, activate, Knowledge, double draw again. Discard, then the Dark Magician comes to your hand. Discard, and then here's the end board. So this is a hyper budget. It's like super cheap. You can take the extra deck out if you want. Like I said, you can take out all the cards. You could just leave probably Crawley, which is a few cents, and Rito, which is like 70 cents, and then the Dragonite, which is like $1 to $3, and that's it. Just those. So it's probably like a $1.90 worth of an extra deck, or it should be like $2.10, something like that. So the deck is going to be like $45, $46, somewhere around that range. And I can sell it if you guys want it. But this is what it's able to do. It can Omni-Negate a spell and trap. And then it can also Omni-Negate a spell with the right hand. And there's other negates on the boards. But also it's going to be able to take a monster and then banish. It's going to be able to banish with the circle. So, I mean, for it being budget, it's pretty broken. At this point, there won't be no spell or no trap that will be dangerous that will be able to resolve. And if the opponent tries to hyperextend or something, you can jack one of their monsters. And anything else that goes around, you can circle Eternal Banish. And then you're going to be getting the Rod back to your hand for follow-up. So we're going to be continuing to play here. We're going to let that play through. Trigger effect, he's going to search draw. Trigger effect, search draw again. Trigger effect, he's going to special. Trigger effect, we're going to go ahead and banish one of them. Rod back to our hand. Triggers the effect. Searches, he's going to try to go for a fusion. We're going to go ahead and negate that because he's going to try to bring Magician Souls. He's going to use the effect to draw into the deck by sending cards from his field, but we're gonna stop that because we're not gonna let him be drawing more. So we negated that, and then he set. So at this point, what we have is Omni Negate of the backboard. So none of the cards we're gonna play through. It doesn't matter what he plays, but if the cards are not significant, I don't really care. Just let them play. So triggering the effect of Eternal, and remember what I taught you guys in the Dark Magician deck. At any point in time during a duel, no excuses, only results. You have to be able to break the whole monster board and break the whole back row. Always, always, 100%. Every single turn, this turn, next turn, every single turn that exists. Dark Magic attack, he's going to play Call By. We can negate it, but at this point, I'm more worried about evenly matched in the hand, so we're not going to go ahead and trigger it, and nobody cares about that. Dark Magician, we have another one. We're going to go ahead for Rod. Prep. Dark Magician Girl. Trigger. Snatch it. Take that. Draw to our hand. We're going to attack. 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 And he actually surrenders. But at this point, what you can do from here is you can SP Little Knight, or let's see your graveyard. We have plenty of spells. If there was more monsters on the field, you can link into an Azalea, and you can pop. You can pop, and then attack, pop again. And when you do that, it's gonna send these cards with his monster to the graveyard. And then when the next turn comes, you're gonna have an Omni Negate, and you're gonna have he's gonna let you draw again, and then circle Banish. So it's gonna be and they can't go through the Azalea, remember, because as long as you have spells, you can keep discarding them to pop cards on the field when you attack. So they can't go through it. You're gonna be banishing, you're gonna be Omni Negating, and the what's it called? The Dark Magician is gonna continue to draw. So next turn you're gonna be drawing again, and then you're gonna trigger the effect of Rod again in the graveyard to get it back to your hand. So you'll have double draw cards that you would have drawn from the Dark Magicians, and then Rod back in your hand, and you're still gonna have the Omni Negate with the Naruto and the Banish active. And because, like I said, you have the Azalea, you're gonna be able to pop. So you can do a double pop. So double pop, negate with Naruto, and Banish. And you still have 3 more cards that you're gonna be drawing. The Rod and 2 random cards. And then you still have your draw phase because you have to draw, remember? So it's gonna be like 3 cards in the Rod. And every turn going forward is going to be increasing. So from there, you can go into Dragonheart, or if you have Dragoon, you could do that. And if you have SP Little Knight, you can go in that route too. And then you're going to be drawing the rest of your negates with the right hand, with the village. It's broken. It's broken for a little fun budget deck. It's super broken, super strong. Like, look at it yourself. So if you like this this deck, you want to purchase one, I'm only going to have 2 available. Let me know. And hopefully you liked the video. Any questions or concerns that you may have, let me know. And with that having been said, you guys, God bless, take care, and Dark Magic attack.